Well, good afternoon, YouTubers. It's 12:17, the lunch hour. Beautiful day again. And for our entertainment today, we are going to take a trip to New Madrid, Missouri. The boss is getting on now. And we're going to visit the Hunter-Dawson home and the museum. And if you haven't heard of New Madrid, the fault line should ring a bell. The location of the strongest earthquake recorded in history. I believe there were 1,000 earthquakes between 1811 and 1812. We live in the New Madrid fault line, and we do get rumblings from time to time from the earthquakes. And we'll just have to see. Hopefully in my lifetime we'll never see anything like they had, but there's a history of earthquake activity. Reelfoot Lake and so forth got created and so forth as a result of earthquakes and stuff. So anyway, thanks for riding along again. It's a beautiful day, 73 degrees. We're on the 22 wing, and we are pulling our little Bel Air again today. We got to stop, pick up some orders and stuff on the way back through. So stay in touch. All right, I'm gonna capture a little video of us coming into New Madrid. Try to go to the museum. And we're in the Boot Hill of Missouri. It's called the Boot Hill because on the map it looks like the Boot Hill in the state. This would be the I would say southeastern section of Missouri. And of course we left Tennessee and jumped over into Missouri, and we are on the 22 wing pulling our Bel Air. So, and we're going to go up here, see a Hunter-Dawson, see a museum and so forth. Like I said in the earlier intro, this was the largest earthquake in history, I believe, was recorded here in New Madrid, in Missouri actually. 1,000 earthquakes between 1811 and 1812. And everybody says we're just a matter of time before we have the next big one, so we shall see. So come along. Population here is, I think, under 3,000. Not very big. And oh, of course, everybody's favorite, another Dollar General. They're putting those up everywhere. And there's the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. Oh my. And we got to turn somewhere here to hit Hunter-Dawson's. We're going to turn and go a mile. Population 3116, it says. That was close. And here we are, State Historic Site. All right, we'll get parked and we'll come back and give you some video. All right, guys, we are here and we have parked. Let's see what this is. The Boot Hills Majestic Mansion, Hunter-Dawson State Historic Site. Let's see what this says. Let's see if we can get a brochure. Here. Let's see. The Hunter-Dawson home illustrates the lifestyle and culture of one particularly wealthy southeast Missouri family prior to the Civil War. However, such housing culture were not uncommon along the Mississippi River in this part of the state. Because of its location on a bend in the Mississippi River, New Madrid was a thriving river port prior to the Civil War. New Madrid residents William and Amanda Hunter were very successful in the mercantile business, having a large dry goods store, the Crystal Palace in town, as well as a floating store used to peddle goods to other towns along the river. They also bought large quantities of land, eventually holding 15,000 acres in 4 states. The Hunters planned their house, which was built of yellow cypress, probably processed at a sawmill owned by them. They owned up to 36 slaves, some of whom may have helped build the house, along with hired craftsmen. It exhibits Georgian, Greek Revival, and Italianate architectural features, popular styles during the antebellum period. It took nearly a year to construct, being finished in May of 1860. William died of yellow fever in April 1859 before the house was finished, but Amanda and her 7 children moved in the house during the 1860 to 61. After her husband's death, Amanda, her sons, and her brother continued to run the family's enterprises, which included the store, grist mill, and lumber mill. Through the extension of personal credit to many people in the area, the community of New Madrid retained some semi-balance of solvency during the Civil War. Missouri was a divided state during the war, but the town was distinctly Southern in its character. One of the Hunter boys served in the Confederate forces. During the Battle of Island No. 10 and the Siege of New Madrid, the Hunter property was occupied by Union troops preparing to besiege the town. To date, no written documentation has been found to show a direct involvement of the house in these actions. However, Amanda's grandson Bud related the house had been used as the headquarters of General John Pope after the occupation of the city by Union forces. Despite the danger and excitement the war brought, the Hunter family and their home survived the conflict relatively unscathed. On Christmas Eve 1874, the Hunter's youngest daughter, Ella, married William Dawson. Upon Amanda's death in 1876, the house was left to the Dawsons, who lived there until their deaths. So, it says, the descendants of the Hunter family occupied the house continually until 1958. In 66, the city of New Madrid purchased the house, and a year later donated it to the state for the use of the state historic site. So the house still reflects the grand lifestyle enjoyed by the successful Boot Hill businessmen prior to the Civil War. Added to the significance of the site is a collection of furnishings that came with it. It's estimated that the state received approximately 80% of Amanda Hunter's original furnishings. Today, visitors can tour the Hunter-Dawson home, which has been restored to reflect the period 1860 to 1880, Features 15 rooms and 9 fireplaces and sits on a shady 18-acre site. Well, there she is over there, folks, and we're going to go over and we will tour that. I'm not sure if video will be allowed, but we'll find out. And then we'll go down to the River Museum and so forth and try to pick up some of that. So stay tuned, more to come. Been a nice little ride over here, a very nice day.